Well, Ron, you talked about Saku Koivu before the break. This is the story of him not only on the ice, but off of it, and the example he set as well, and how it's benefited a young man half his age who has learned from Koivu's example. Someday, Saku Koivu would like to join the list of Canadians' captains to lift the Stanley Cup. Even if he doesn't, he's guaranteed he will leave a great legacy here.
A lot of times, just walking down the street, there's somebody that grabs your shirt or your jacket, and you've never met him, and he comes, like, you know, literally saying that, "Thank you for saving my life," and you kind of, like, you know, you're overwhelmed by comments like that.
This is the reason: a PET CT scan machine partially funded with $2.5 million from his own foundation. When he was diagnosed, the nearest one was 90 minutes away in Sherbrooke. At his wedding, he told his doctor he did not understand why his home city in Finland had one and this city didn't.
Turku, being a city of 140,000, did have a PET scanner, and why didn't we have one? And he would like to help us get one. I said, well, Saku, that's just an enormous project. It's several $1 million. And he said, well, I think that's what we should do.
It will alter the management in up to 30 to 40% of patients. And the reason is that we're able to detect the cancer at a very early stage before it manifests as a mass or the like that you would see on an X-ray or a CT scan.
Dr. Mulder says he sees patients calm down when they see Koivu's autograph.
I think it gives them some sort of a subliminal lift that maybe some of the magic will rub off on me. I mean, it's not very scientific, but there's clearly an emotional lift going in the machine that Saku provided.
They look it up, the Canadians, like something like bigger than the life here. Mm-hmm. And like you said, if Canadians captain can get sick and can win it, I can do it. You know, that's the message pretty much that I hear a lot, and I don't do anything just by being myself, and if that helps somebody else, that's great.
Count Raphael Leclerc among the believers. At age 12, he was also diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Then after almost 4 years of good health, a swollen tonsil revealed the disease's return.
I saw this guy who's went through pretty much the same thing as me, and you look at what he's doing today and how well he is, and now it's been 5 years since he finished treatments, and I'm thinking, no, why can't I? So, you know, before you know it, I'll be done, and I'll be back out there playing basketball and at school. So, and my life is waiting for me, and I'm getting there.
And it has raised $50,000 with Royal Bank.
I wasn't thinking about 50,000, but there's so much people that started donating and supporting me in all this, and still today, the money's coming in, and people are calling, saying how great this is, and so it's just more and more reasons for me to, you know, go back as fast as possible to living out my life.
It's typical of how the public has rallied, with young children sending in their change or babysitting money to aid the cause. It's so uplifting for the Canadians' captain, who was recently declared cancer-free.
I waited 5 years to hear those words, and that was...
Tears?
Yeah, oh yeah, there is tears. That was very emotional, and there's a lot of times there's no words to really describe what you go through, and that was one of the moments that that the emotion is so big that it's tough to describe.
There is not a single person watching this piece that doesn't know someone who's been affected by cancer. So go back to September 2001 when Dr. Mulder told you. What was the first thing that went through your head?
I don't remember. I just remember being in a different world. And, you know, after a moment when it really hits you, then you're afraid, you're scared. Because, you know, I think the worst thing in anybody's life is not knowing what's in front of you. And now we're not talking about coming back from an injury, if it's going to take 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and now we're talking life and death.
Have you changed a lot as a person?
After the cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
How?
I think I think before, hockey was too big in my life. You know, after a bad game, it took me a long time to forget it. I think I was too hard on myself. So in a way, cancer, it kind of gave me a permission to enjoy life.
So is Raphael Leclerc. Last night, 1 week before his final treatment, he returned to the basketball court for a playoff game. In front of his beaming father, Serge, he played so hard that he collapsed in exhaustion after it was over. But like Koivu, he was enjoying life. Inspiration he will never forget.
What he's done is really incredible, and I'm hoping that I can be a part of something incredible too. Just raising those $50,000 for the foundation made me feel great. It made people around me feel great. So I think he really started a movement. So, I mean, I'm really thankful for what he did and the things he said to me too.
Well, it was tremendous to see Raphael Leclerc play last night. It was a fantastic performance for his team, him and his team who won their quarterfinal match. If you want more information or to donate to the Saku Koivu Foundation, you see the phone number on your screen, 514-934-8230, and also the website www.sakukoivu.simpatico.ca. Donations have flown from all over the world, and they'd be very happy to have yours.